What's up, Yesterland fans? I'm Neal, and welcome back to another episode of The Toys That Made Sense. On today's episode, we're going over Kenner Hasbro, the Indiana Jones Retro Collection, and we're going over the Adventure Series, the 6-inch. I know I could have broke these up like I did in the last one of the 3 3/4 Retro Collection, but you know, I'm at that point with this line where I think anything Indiana Jones, I don't care if you smash them together based on their size, I think you can get an accurate review on both of them, and let's save time. And you know, I don't need to make another video just to have a video, so I'm cramming them together. So here we go. We've got it. We've got Tote. Now, I know these things have been out for a while. There's several reviews out there, but this is going to be my take on it, my unboxing take on it. We got Bellic here. We've got Marion Ravenwood here. And we got the man himself, Indiana Jones. And then getting into the Temple of Doom release here. And when I say this, I mean, listen to the key word in this, doomed. This is what we got. Just two for the second round of the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom retro figures. We're getting Indy with his half sleeve, and we're getting short round. No one else. No one else in this line. We're not getting anything from it. So kind of a letdown, if you will. I'm kind of at this point now with this line. I had so much hope and ambition for it. Now, granted, I know in the 6-inch, they've come out with other variations. We've got Indy at Club Obi-Wan there when he's in, you know, the beginning of Temple of Doom. We've got him in his professor outfit, if you will. I don't know where they're going with this stuff. And I know this stuff was kind of hinted about and talked about months ago on it, but now that it's finally in hands, I just like, I have no desire to get it because it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't, you know, doesn't hit home like, oh, I've got to have that. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're going with this. I don't know who they're trying to grasp. It's like they're trying to reach for the 45-plus-year-old guys, but then it's like, I don't know what we want to do with it. What do we really want to give them? Do we just want to give them something? Let's just give them something. And I know that's not how this should go. This should go as anybody, any age should have if they have an interest in it, should be able to want it, love it, like it, and want to get it. I'm telling you, I've seen the chat rooms, I've seen the social media platforms, and this line is getting a horrible review. Horrible down to the point of the way they were molded, the design, the overall design, and I really don't know at this point if I'm going to keep this. I wanted to do a review on it, I wanted to give my input on it, but I really don't know if I'm going to keep this stuff. Even the, excuse me, even the last Raiders of the Raiders of the Ark action figures that I did a review on, and I really wanted these, right? They hit home for me because of the toys that I missed as a kid, and I really wanted them. And now that we got this in run 2, what are we gonna get with the Last Crusade? Are we just gonna get one Indy somewhere? I don't know. So it's kind of freaking frustrating and irritating. Almost like, what the hell's the purpose? At least with your retro collection Star Wars line, you gave us key characters from all of the movies in the beginning of each movie, you know what I mean? So you could have done that here, Hasbro, and I don't know why you didn't. So big letdown. I've talked long enough. You know what to do. Grab your favorite beverage and snack. I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, here we are, other side of the camera. Like always, let's do it. Without further ado, let's dig into it. All right, from the right to the left, short round, 3 3/4 inch, Temple of Doom. second wave or series, if you will, for the Adventures of the Indiana Jones Retro Collection. Short round, looking at him, see some key things here that he's missing. They could have definitely put inside this pack is giving him the whip so he could give that to Indy, because what does he do in this picture scene? What has he done? He saved Indy, and he's trying to, you know, he could be trying to save Indy, or actually I'm trying to think where this section is in the movie. This might be when they're headed towards the temple and all that. But again, we don't have a whip. You're showing him with the whip in the picture. You could have given him it. He doesn't have the fire gauntlet type thing in this picture, so why are we getting it? I get it when they go through the bug scene. Maybe they, I can't remember off the top of my head, maybe they do have it, or wherever they're at, or when he burns Indy. But I think that's with, the piece of burnt charred wood. It's been a while since I've seen Temple of Doom, but anyways, I mean, kind of matches. Looks a little wide and thick for the kid, if that makes sense. Seems to be a little bit wide for a short round there. Face doesn't really do him any justice. We know this is a New York hat. There's nothing on there that indicates this is a New York baseball hat there. Yeah, kind of a letdown. I know I sound monotone right now when I'm talking. I'm just really disappointed. So sucks. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't know if I'm going to keep this stuff. We get all the same mumble jumble on the front. Warning, choking hazard, small parts, age 4+. My card's tweaked here, so at this point I could really give two shits if I save onto this card. And then we get this boring picture of them standing in some sand. Indiana Jones short round. That's the creativity, that's the effort, that's the scene that they put into this. Yep, that's what you get. So that's short round. So we'll be opening up here in a little bit. Then let's go over here to right real quick. Let's finish off with the 3 3/4 inch line. Indiana Jones. The scene where he's 10-1, probably on the bridge, getting ready to fight the temple bad guys. And I can't remember their damn names off the top of my head, so I apologize. And that's what we get. That's out of all of the scenes in the movie and of all of this line, they thought, let's give the fans the Indiana Jones scene where he's going to chop the damn bridge when they fall. Now, it's a climactic scene. Don't get me wrong. That is a great scene. That is cool. I loved how they did that with the early special effects. But this is what you get. Two different extreme opposite scene sections of these characters. And this is what you get. Indy, no shirt, sleeve. Really, really creative. You don't even get a satchel in this. You don't get another gun, even though they show you the holster, but you do get his blade. And you still get the action waving arm. Flipping it around back, boring picture. Boring picture. So that's it with the 3 3/4 inch. I'm not going to nitpick this. I'm not going to try and figure out to find something good about it. Unfortunately, I just don't see any good. Now, let's get to the 6 inch guys. Let's see what we're looking at here. So, we've got Marion Ravenwood. And I think I said Ragwood in the last intro, so I apologize. Marion Ravenwood. This is the scene of her in Cairo when she's running through and she's trying to get away from the bad guys, and she ends up down in that, gets in that basket and gets kidnapped. So we get her with her monkey, get a picture over here on the front, bringing it in on the box. We'll do some comparisons. Is this what her face is really going to look like? Not a bad graphic of her on the side, and the scene here where she's about ready to knock that guy in the head with the frying pan. We do get the indication, at least it's a frying pan. We get the monkey. At least you're sticking with it. If you're going to show a scene, you're going to show the scene that she's accurately using it. And one thing I do like about this is they're doing the build the artifact. And I think this is the concept, probably the best concept out of the whole marketing venture for this 6-inch line. At least you're doing a build artifact. So we're building the arc. Yes, it might suck to have to get all of these to build the arc, but it's a cool concept and I like it, just like you do with your Marvel Legends with the build a figure. So this is what you get. So we are going to get the arc once this is built. Moving down the line, let's go over here to tote. Same kind of concept. You get him on the front there. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's going to be the home run hit out of the 4 here for the original release of these. I've heard great things about him. Same thing. Good, pretty decent graphic there on the front. Just giving you a little display. Gives you what you're getting. Tells you what you're getting here in the back. Gives you some dimensions, and it tells you what part of the arc that you're getting with this. So it's not like you have to buy multiple of these in order to find and build the arc accurately. Each one has a different piece. Then we're moving into Bellic. He's gotten a lot of heat and hits on this Bellic because there's so many other Bellics. We could have had Bellic in his white suit and hat scene. We could have done that, and you know, this one's always seems to be done. So I guess they just keep going back to it because they want the fancy, flashy side of it. I don't know. But, yep, you get Bellic. And then we get Indy. Whoops, there goes Indy. He's falling over. We get Indy. Harrison Ford. I don't know. We'll see what the face looks like. I know mine. I don't know if it's still doing it. When I originally got this and I opened it, so I've cheated here. I know what he looks like. My hands were disengaged. The quality on it was crap. They had just fallen down in the box or in the package, and I can hear them kind of rattling around in the package in there. So I can't remember if I put them on his hands or if I just put them back in the package. But anyways, Indiana Jones. Here we go. He looks kind of okay. I guess he looks close. If you're not an actual detailed Harrison Ford scene Indiana Jones master with understanding every single piece of his outfit, you're not going to catch it. I'm one of those guys. If you're looking for that, there's other channels out there. Hint, hint, Retro Blasting. He will break it down and get to the nitty gritty and tell you what's very inaccurate about this character. So if you want that, go check that out over there on his channel, and he'll be able to break it down really, really quick for you. But to the normal naked eye and normal general fan, when you look at it, you can tell it looks like Indiana Jones. And that's about it. But you get the gun, you get a whip, you get a rolled whip, you get a satchel, and you get the little grail there, the monkey. And not the Holy Grail, I'm sorry. You get the, shit, I can't remember that now. Anyways, I'll throw it up here on the screen. And you get the open whip. So that's it, guys. That's the box rundown. I've talked long enough. This video is going to be long enough, so let's do it. Let's dig into it. All right, guys. So before we kind of start looking at them now that they're out of their package, let me get into one thing right now. Anybody that's a mint on card collector, I don't care what your preference is. You can either like it or you can hate it. You can like it for your vintage or you can hate it for your new, or vice versa. Everybody knows I'm a mint on card collector normally. With this stuff, it really didn't bother to me that they had to stay on card, but I really want to point something out. Look at this. If you're looking to keep these on card, guys, be careful. Literally not even pressed. I was going to do a slice underneath just to pull them out like I did on the Raiders of the Lost Ark stuff, and these just popped off. Those cards are still pretty clean for the most part. You can see where a little bit of the graphic tore and all that, but yeah, and it did the same thing. I was surprised it did the same thing with the Indy card. Not even damaged. But there is a little bit. Actually, I take that back there. There is a little bit. So kind of shitty. They must have cut back on their Earth Conscientious glue. You know what I mean? To be careful with all that stuff going back into the landfill, you know, and saving the planet. So, all right, let's do this. Short round. There he is, out of the package. No articulation in the legs. Real pale skin. Don't Doesn't look like him. We get that fire staff. Doesn't even look like fire. Looks like custard that was falling out of his, looks like custard ice cream or something spewing out. So, yeah, not really pleased. Not going to go into it any further. Look at, we don't get the New York insignia thing there on the top of the baseball cap. No satchel, no whip, no nothing for Indy. Kind of dumb. Just set him over there. I know I sound negative. I apologize, but man, I tried to find the good in the first Raiders of the Lost Ark. I like it. It kind of resonates and hits home with me, but with this second stuff and then this first stuff on the 6, this is crap. It's crap, waste of money, and it sucks. I can't get my money back. So I don't want to bore you anymore. Moving into it. We got a bent leg on Indy here. I've tried messing with it. If I mess any further, that sucker is going to snap. We get the articulation in the knees, no articulation in the arms or the hands, but we get the same feature with the spring action arm. I know I got the blade there backwards. One thing that I want to point out, mine was misprinted. Horrible quality control there. It's the same head. Sorry, it's the same head from the last Indy of the Raiders of the Lost Ark stuff. What a letdown. This is an absolute letdown with this 3 3/4 inch. Yep, crap. Let's move into it. Where do we want to start? As you can tell, Marion's fallen over. If I breathe, the rest of these will fall over. They are top heavy. I like that they have weight to them. I like that they have weight. It makes me feel like I got a solid figure. At least I paid for my plastic. But they are horrible with posability. They're top heavy. They fall over. I'm sure some of you already know that. The overall design is okay. The biggest problem I see with all of them is Indy. Certain ways you pose that head, he looks like a doofus. He looks like he's got chewing tobacco rolling out of his mouth because they oversprayed too much on his 5 o'clock shadow on his chin. Just poor quality. You know what I mean? Like when they were doing their test shoots, they should have seen like, oh, that looks horrible. We need to go back and fix that. Let's tone down on the spray app, you know, whatever it is. So, all right, let's do it. So as you can tell, you get all the arc pieces here. We'll build that here in a second. Real quick, I'm doing it fast, guys, because there is nothing to really drill and go home to or write mom about these characters. The lines are disgustingly noticeable on Marion's pant legs. It is horrible. Her ankles are huge and fat. I mean, she looks like she's swollen. They're just absolutely garbage. Her arms, the articulation on her arms are there, but you got to find the right area where to bend. And that's basically what you're going to get. Out to the side, inward. Out to the side, inward. Up, down, around her angle with her hand, or correction, her crotch area with her hand there. And that's about it. Tried to get the monkey to stand on her arm and pose, and you have to almost bring the arm in tighter for it to work. Okay, I tried to get it to pose that way, and all it did was it wanted to fall off constantly. It wanted to slide or fall over and hit her in the head. Overall, the face sculpt, not too bad. I mean, come on, it's okay. It's not the best. I hate to say it, but she's actually a prettier face than the actual actress. Sorry, I know I'm going to piss some fans off, but here's what it is. She's got some nice volume. You get this frying pan with her, nothing special, you know. That's it. So she's going to fall over, I guarantee it. Oh, wow, look at that. But yeah, actually, she's braced up against the box. With her build arc set, you get 2 of the panel sides there. You could tell these are pretty flimsy. They do have a little bit of a gold paint on them. Let's move down the line. Let's go to Tote. I said Tote was probably going to be the best one in the line. He has definitely got some weight, and he is heavy. The coat is removable. It is plastic. The good thing is it helps cover some of those lines. He's in a black suit, so that helps a lot. His shoes are a little bit gray color. He's got a decent head there and face. It looks like the actor. I'm kind of pleased with it. You get a secondary hand. I'm not sure what the hand is for. You get a gun here as well, which is okay. It's nice. And then you get the alternate head, which I was very surprised that Hasbro went with the melting face. So, oh, and you get the hat. It's a little rubber hat. It's not bad. So let's see if we can get this head off. There we go. Pretty easy. Put the melting head on, and there you have it. The screaming molting head because he looked at the arc, right? That's how he looks. So out of all this is probably the best feature with him. And we'll get his regular head back on. Put his hat on, put his coat on. Like I said, these guys are top heavy. There's really, he's probably gonna fall. But this one, you get the other side of the arc, the two panels here. Moving into Bellic, we get Bellic. I mean, the costume is actually not bad. It's decent. It's got multiple layers. I don't think you can take them off though. They're molded in. I'll give him credit on that. The costume and the design on it looks pretty decent. You can tell he's got his pants on underneath. It's not like solid. So I do like it's layered and it gives it that effect. His face sculpt is actually not bad. That is actually a really good face sculpt of the actor. And then we get the bow staff and we get the medallion plate. And, you know, it's actually not that bad. I'm not going to knock him too bad. So we're going to set him back there. And then you get the poles with him and all the different pieces to build the arc. And then moving into supposedly the main character of the show, and that's going to be Indy. Certain angles, that face sculpt, like at certain angles, I can see a younger Harrison Ford. And then when you do stuff like, when you move him a certain way, you see what I mean? It looks like he's got dip running out of his mouth and he just kind of looks doofus-like. Let's pick this apart. There's really nothing good. The pistol goes into the satchel. I guess we're going to have to heat that up. I don't know what we're going to have to do to make this work. But I tried getting that sucker in there. I tried getting this thing to button down. The little knob pops it out on the end of the plastic. It barely holds in, as you can tell. The rope feature to have the whip on the hip, don't even waste your time. It's crap. It won't even lock in. It won't even lock in there. You can't because of the angle of the thigh pressing out. I don't know what it's going to take to get it, but you almost just have to leave it like that, and that thing's going to stick out, and eventually it'll just slide off. You get multiple sets of hands here, closed fists for an Indy punching mode. These are peg, guys. Hate to say it. I know I haven't touched on that. These are peg. These are going to break. This is going to break down. These are going to get bent. This is a horrible design in that sense in how they did that. They shouldn't have done it that way. They should have done it where it goes back further into the jacket. I would have rather have a jacket piece attached to the hand to have it mold. They are very loose. They are very flimsy. The whip, not too bad. You just got to mold it to get it to where you want it on how you're going to like. There you go. There's a dumb kind of feature looking at him. On the camera, it's not so bad. With the naked eye, it's, you know, I can see it. It looks like he's got chewing tobacco in his mouth and it's running out of his lips for some reason. You do get the satchel. The satchel is there, which is nice. I'm glad they included that. And you get this weird neck attachment piece to the head, indents in really far to the chest. I guess it's to give it some depth perception. I mean, I beat it up. It sucks. It's a horrible Indy. They could have done so much better. You get the other two pieces of the arc, the birds, and then I know it's the idol. My bad. I effed that up in the beginning of it when I was trying to say what it was. So you get the idol there. So guys, without further ado, let's build this thing. I'll be right back. Well, that was a fumble fuck, guys. So I just realized I was missing Sala from this line. I didn't even realize I forgot to pick him up. So that's how, I guess that basically tells you if you forget this line, it really doesn't matter. And I know that sounds bad because I do need to complete the arc, right? If I want to keep this stuff. I don't even have the top for it to where I can put the birds on these pieces. So, yeah, I screwed that up pretty bad. It's kind of cheesy so far. It's bent, you know, it's warped. It's kind of, I don't know, man. It's, yeah, I don't know. So, guys, I don't want to beat this line up any more than I've already beaten it up. I know there's Indiana Jones fans out there. I know there's Hasbro fans out there. I know there's guys that are going to ding the shit out of me for bashing this so bad. But this is such a bad letdown. Such a bad letdown. This line could have been so good. So good. And I think this line's cursed. I think it's just not meant to be a good line. I don't think this line is ever meant to persevere because it lives too much in the shadows of the original Lucas Star Wars. And it's jinxed something. So do yourselves a favor, Hasbro. Let the license go. Let someone else do it or put this to rest because you're continuing on with a crappy line here. The line wasn't crap. Well, it was crappy on that last series of Indiana Jones toys, the 3 3/4 inch. But some of the other stuff was pretty decent. Obviously, the stuff from when I was a kid was decent. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not happy. It sucks. I can't get my money back. I shouldn't have invested in it, but that's bad on me. If you like it, keep it. If you want it, more power to you. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it at this point. So, hey guys, until next time, I'll see you in Yesterland.